In this video, I'm going to review the Leather Touch CSB Apologetics Study Bible for students. Hey, it's your apologetics guy, Mikkel. I help Christians explain the faith with courage and compassion. And part of helping you find good answers to tough questions is pointing you to resources that can be helpful. This is the 2017 Apologetics Study Bible for students from Holman. It's the Leather Touch edition. It's in color. You can see that the articles are offset from the inspired text by the color, so that's really nice. There's 125 of these common questions that students have, like this one: if there's such good evidence for God, then why don't more people believe? So there's a variety of these kinds of things, and you can take a look at my previous video where I go through an in-depth run-through of all of the features of the Apologetics Study Bible for students. Here's the Twisted Scripture section, notes explaining commonly misunderstood passages that are often twisted by new religious movements. So because it's in color, I like how these blue boxes offset the features from the inspired text. Here's one on challenges and tactics. Before each book, you get an introduction to the book, also in color. But that's very similar to the hardbound edition. From here on out, I'm just going to talk about the key features of the leather version of this study Bible. First, the texture of this Bible feels really good. It's this imitation leather, but it does feel like real leather. It doesn't smell like real leather, not at all, but it does feel very nice. It's got this shiny gold color for the pages, if you can see that. It also has a ribbon, and this particular ribbon is shiny on both sides, which means it's a higher quality ribbon. It's not going to fray as easily. Let's do a size comparison with the hardcover version. This is about 7 inches across. This is also about 7 inches across, just a little less, and it's 9 1/4. It's pretty much the same, 9 1/4 high as well. Shout out to the Forest Foundation who gave me this free wooden ruler at the California State Fair. They also gave me a free tree. Thanks, Forest Foundation. The spine is a little more than 1.5 inches, and it's the same with this one. As far as weight goes, I think this one feels heavier just because it's hardback. They're pretty comparable, but I think this one is a little bit lighter. It seems also to be a little bit thinner. In terms of content, the prose are the same as in the hardcover version. I really like how the Leather Touch cover feels. It feels really premium. It lays flat pretty nicely. If you were in some of the earlier books of the Bible, like let's say if you're reading Genesis 12 here, of course there's a lot more content on this side, so this is going to curl a little bit, but it's still very easy to read, and it lays open nice enough for you to be able to read without having any issues on this side. Skip over all the way to Revelation. When you get to Revelation, it kind of comes up off the table by about 1/2 inch, so it's not going to lay entirely flat. If you're reading Revelation, you can kind of scrunch it down like that, but it is going to come up a little bit. So that's just the nature of the thing. It's a physical book. It's going to do that. So it's still easy to read. It's not like it's going to be trying to close on you or anything. This is the hardcover version. This is the leather version. I think the paper is a little better on this one. This paper is not bad, but it is kind of darker. This seems a lot more white to me. This has straight edges. This has rounded edges. Even though this is nicer, it isn't the slick kind of paper you find on some of the more expensive Bibles. It is more of a matte kind of feel. So this is matte as well. This feels a little bit nicer, but it is still kind of a matte feel. So I just looked it up. The price is $32.49 on Amazon. So is this for you? Well, just like the hardcover version, I would say this is for students who are interested in studying apologetics, maybe just getting started and looking at answers to tough questions that people have about the faith, or maybe they're wrestling with doubts themselves. This would be a great resource, a great graduation gift, something to give to the student in your life, or for you if you're a student yourself. Big thanks to Lifeway for sending me these Bibles. I'm your apologetics guy, Mikkel, and until next time, keep the faith.